how can you get anyone, and I mean anyone, literally anyone, to mentor you? Is there a way that you can get Bill Gates, or that you can get Tony Robbins, so that you can get Mike Zuckerberg, or that you can get Barack Obama, or whoever it is to mentor you? Is there a way that you can actually get to become their mentor and then a mentee or a mentor? It's actually possible. You just need to watch, because you're going to really like it. So if you are finding what we are sharing with you interesting, make sure to smash the subscribe button, make sure to ring the notification bell, and make sure to let us know what you are thinking. So Dave, what do you think? Is it possible to get absolutely anyone to be your mentor? And I'm talking anyone. Is it possible?
Yeah, it is. It's very possible on two levels. First of all, is you can create the modeling thing we talked about, but also right now, people who are around the world in lockdown are probably a lot more accessible than they've ever been before. So you can probably get access to more big stars, film stars, musicians, sports stars, because they're sat at home. They're not busy doing anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to connect with them, it's a good time to do it.
Okay, so here's another question connect to that. Okay, fine. They will be willing to work. Now, let's say that we have here somebody which is watching right now, and they approach you, Dave, and they say, well, you know, Dave, I would like you to mentor me. And they are just bugging you, and they are just bothering you all the time and on top of you every single day. Would you say, yes, I'm really happy to mentor you?
No.
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
I'm going to show you one last video, and then we're just going to comment on it, and then we're going to go and leave you hungry for our show on Wednesday, which is going to tell you how you can get anybody to actually mentor you. And they're going to mention a few clues there, and I tell you that will work with me, that will work with Dave, that will work with Barack Obama, that will work with absolutely anything. But you need to do one thing. Have a look.
I've always wanted a mentor, but mentorship never came in the way I imagined. Instead of having one person in my life guide me through a lot of business decisions, I worked with a variety of people at different times, each of them who taught me something very different and valuable along the way. Now, we didn't have coffee dates or structured conversations, but instead, I simply watched their lives and learned along the way. So how did I get access to amazing people? I didn't ask. I understood that people weren't just gonna let me follow them around and learn from them. People are busy, and proper mentorship takes a lot of time. Even the most generous, sweetest person will think twice about mentoring someone, especially if they don't know them well. That's why I never asked. The first thing I did was assess how I could help them, solve a problem, or offer something of value to somebody I admired. Basically, I needed to find a way to prove that they would benefit from having me around. So let's dive into a few examples to see how this unfolded. Example 1. Early in my photo career, I learned an esteemed photographer needed help writing an article for a photography magazine, and I offered to write it for him. And so he set up a 2-hour conversation from which I crafted his narrative. Now, I won because I got a deeper understanding of his mind and his work ethic, and he won because the article was written for him. Example number 2. On social media, I discovered a photographer was overwhelmed as he moved from one studio to another. And I emailed him and I told him that I was very organized and I like to take a lot of tasks on, and I would love to offer my help for free. I insisted I simply wanted to help because the experience would give me insight on working from a studio instead of working at home, which is how I worked at the time. So I volunteered for 5 hours. I packed boxes and we shared a pizza before I left. We spoke throughout the afternoon and I walked away learning so much. Mostly that I didn't want to manage a team of photographers, I didn't want massive overhead, and disorganization is the cause of a lot of stress. Example number 3. Recently, I reached out to an entrepreneur I admire. I think he's awesome and inspiring. However, after I read his about section on his website, I didn't think it showed his personality in the most powerful way. Now, based on reading a ton of his blog posts and understanding his voice on social media and combining it with his about section, I wrote an updated about section for him. Now that seems a little bit forthcoming, right? I mean, this guy didn't even know me, and I wondered if he would be offended by my attempt. The good news is that he emailed me back the next day and said that he updated his website with what I wrote. We exchanged emails, and though we're not friends by any means, I feel comfortable reaching out in the future if I have a question. Would I like a full-time mentor? Yes. Do I wish I had somebody guide me as I navigate the business world? Yes, but running a business ain't charity. It's a transaction of time between two people, so it has to benefit both parties. If you want a mentor, find ways to create value for another person and make it a win-win. Just remember, you have something special to offer. So trust your gut, be humble, go above and beyond to ensure that you are the type of person that a mentor actually wants to work with.
If you find something that you can provide for them that is going to be very interesting, you will be able to accomplish anything. Let me just share with you the exact example of how I managed to meet almost every personality in the speaking industry and in the marketing industry. In the 2006, 2007 era, Dubai was booming. And I mean, I had spent time in Dubai since I was in 1993, I think more or less the same as you, Dave. And I knew that everybody wanted a piece of Dubai in the speaking industry. So what happens? I approached to everybody and I said, I can take you to Dubai. That's all I had to do. I presented for them the possibility of doing something that they really wanted. Dave, how many speakers have I taken to Dubai so far since we know each other?
300?
Yeah, 200-300, but I mean, known ones.
I mean, the likes of Russell Brunson and I would say about 60, 70 of them.
So that's exactly the whole point. I mean, I provided something for them. I mean, I didn't go and say, hey, can you mentor me? Hey, can you be like this? Right now, we are friends. I mean, I am good friends with John Calton. I'm good friends with Mike Filsame. I'm friends with all these huge people. Not because I went them and I started bothering them out. Please mentor me, do something for me, do something for me. I mean, that's basically like, they run away like the plague. But I provided something of value to them, and then they reciprocated. And that is the secret. And that serves for absolutely anything. For me, the first thing that comes to my mind every time that I want to meet somebody is I say, well, what can I provide to this person? See, for example, right now, my daughter Nina is crazy about meeting Ariana Grande. And I have told her many times, if you find something of value that she would like, she will be absolutely thrilled to meet with you. She hasn't found that thing yet, but at least she understands the concept. Does that make sense?
On that exact point, it's true for any relationship, not just get your mentor to ask the question, what's in it for me on their behalf? When you're talking to an audience, when you're going to do a sale, in a relationship, with your kids, anything, always asking what's in it for them is the smartest way, because it doesn't matter what you want, it matters what they want. So to get access to the big mentors and the big hitters, it's a brilliant way of doing it. Success leaves clues. Every single celebrity you'd like to reach will have somewhere when you Google it, the things that they really enjoy and the things that they really can't get enough of. And all you need to do is start providing that. And that's it. They will remember. Thanks for watching the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you watch all the videos over here. There's two choices for you. Or, of course, I'm Dave Crane coming from Dubai.
And this is Ernesto Verdugo coming from Houston.
And I think we should send a message. Hold on.
What is this?
Subscribe.